Have you ever wondered how to outmaneuver your opponent? In today's video, we're going to look at and teach the double jab and some of its variations so you can get the upper hand and elevate your boxing. Let's go, team. Hey team, welcome back to the sweet science. When in trouble, throw a double. The double jab. Brilliant, brilliant little combination. Relatively simple, however, I see a lot of things go wrong with it. So what we're going to do, we're going to break down the mechanics. We're going to then break it down with a little bit of footwork. We'll break it down with some directional movement as well. And then we'll put it onto the bag. So, double jab. First thing I always see go wrong is first punch goes out and kind of nothing happens behind it. Kind of goes, it's arm punching. There is a form of mechanics to be used in this. Done a video recently where we had it armed across our chest. If you haven't seen that, go back, I'll leave a link in the description. But let's get this bit done first. So, you want to get yourself in a good stance. Toe heel line, feet 45 degrees, hands up, chin down, elbows tight, knees soft. What we're going to do is put our hands across our chest again, because you need to get your mechanics for this. I'm going to turn slightly on the side. I'll do a couple of different angles as well. So first jab goes out, and it comes back and pulls again. Jab, 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 jab. I'll look at it from here. Jab, 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 jab. So we just put our arms on the end of that. We get jab, 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 jab. See how this works? Jab, 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 jab. Note the elbow doesn't flare. On the way back, some people do this. You can, it's going to be a flick. I understand that, but mechanic, pull it back, throw again. And I'm not coming all the way back to my chin. I'm not going, takes too long. First one goes out, pop again. From here. Let's put a little bit of foot strike into that and we'll move on. So next, to be able to take this in any direction, you need to be able to foot strike. Foot strike. Okay? So once you can go do your rotation, make sure mechanics are working well, and you're not flicking your arm, you're not flaring your elbow on the second one. We're not even talking about changing jab here. We're not talking about like one jab followed by a slip jab or an up jab. This is two straight jabs from here. So the next thing you need to be able to do is foot strike, same hand, same foot. So we need to be able to do the rotation, do the punches, and that foot strike at the same time as the hand is at full extension. Yeah? You probably can't hear that. Stamp, stamp. Yeah. What's happening is my lead foot is striking the ground as I throw the shot. Try not to do this. Make sure you film yourself to make sure you don't do this. If you're a complete beginner, there's a high chance you're going to do this. Don't overthink it. It's just step, step. You can even move forward a little tiny bit with it if that makes it feel easier for you. Once you can do that, we can start moving this round in different directions. So let's have a look at that. So moving forwards, straight line forwards. We need to be able to do the rotations, we need to be able to put our hands out, we need to be able to foot strike, and we need to be able to forward movement step and bring in a recovery step as well. So it might sound silly. You need to be able to be in your stance, feet 45 degrees, excuse me, toe heel line, hands up, well, hands on the shoulders for this, knees soft. You need to be able to do little steps, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Okay, make sure your movement and your recovery step is the same distance. Particularly at the beginner part of your journey, everything starts with your foundation and finishes with your foundation. If that's wrong, everything else is wrong. So if you're going, I'm not going to do anything with my hands, if you're going little step, big step, little step, big step. wrong. If you're going big step, little step, wrong. If you're going onto your heel instead of onto your toe, also wrong. You're effectively putting a brake on, you're stopping your own movement. So what you need to be able to do, you don't have to do this bit for the, I'm just saying just so you don't concentrate on anything I'm doing with my hands. Step, 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 step. 1, onto my toes. 2, onto my toes. 3, 4. It looks really easy, doesn't it? Guaranteed you messed that up. You need to practice it over and over and over and over. Then all it is slow it down. Foot strike, same hand, same foot. 1, there's your first step. Bring your back foot in as your hand comes in. 2, there. So we get 1, 2. And if you count the footsteps, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I'm not bringing it all the way back, that takes too long. It's out, halfway, use your shoulders to pump that back out again. Let's look at moving it some other directions, team. So, moving left is relatively simple if you are a right-hander, and it'll be moving to your right if you're a southpaw. By the way, stick around to the end. If you're still with us right now, stick around to the end, and I'll give you some really good bag drills to work on involving this double jab and this movement as well. But let's look at moving to our left as a right-hander. So, if you can do the forwards movement, it's basically the same thing, same hand, same foot, moving to our left as a right-hander and moving to the, excuse me, right as a left hand from here. So I'm going to go step, recover, step, recover. Yeah, jab, jab. Same hand, same foot. It's still this. Look at what we've done in the beginning. Turn, turn. Yeah, turn, turn. Violent turn on the second one. Turn, turn. 1, 2. And if you count the feet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring us back to our stance. Try not to get this habit. Just lost my foundation. Or, don't do that last step, okay? Everything has a movement and recovery step. Nothing has just a movement step. Okay, you have to recover your foundation. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So at the moment we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double jab moving forwards. And to the left. Let's look at moving right. This is where it gets interesting. So, moving to our right with a double jab. 2 schools of thought. Now, we could just do opposite hand, opposite foot, same hand, same foot. What do I mean by that? Because if you've been watching this channel for a while now, if you've been following me and watching what we do here, you probably know I do love a push-out jab. That would be where we've gone jab, cross, jab, or jab, cross, jab. I love a push-out jab. Helps maintain range and distance, control your opponent. Love it. So, we could essentially just go right foot, left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not keen. I'm not a fan. I don't like it. We could cut the footwork down. This is a bit tricky. Step 1, recoil. Step 2, as you bring this one in. That's a half beat change in rhythm. What I mean by that, here's your rhythm. 1 and 2 and. Bit like a drummer. When you do that one, that's 1 and. 1 and. Slow that down. Right foot, left hand. Recoil as that hand comes in. I actually prefer that to opposite hand, opposite foot. The one I prefer the most, personally. What you should do is have a play around with these ones. Put it in the comments which ones you prefer. I'm guessing you'll probably prefer this one. So I'm going to what I call ghost step. So I'm still going to do a movement step, but it's a ghost step. Nothing happens on it. Ghost step. Now same hand, same foot. 1, 2. That's my preferred. Ghost step. Same hand, same foot. Same hand, same foot. So there's 3 things to look at there. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Not my favourite. Changing rhythm. Yeah, that's a quick one. Ghost step. Oh, nearly messed that up. From there. Let's have a look at backwards, team. Right, so moving backwards is virtually the same as what we just spoke about with moving to our right or left if you're doing this southpaw. Footwork, foundation. So we can go opposite hand, opposite foot. A lot of people teach that. And if that suits you, that's fine. It doesn't suit me. So that's one thing I love about boxing, it's individual. As long as you understand the foundations and the fundamentals, you do what you want with it. So this is why I'm giving you these 3 options. Because you might like this one, you might think that's the best thing ever. Good for you. It's just not for me. So, moving backwards. Same foot, opposite foot, opposite hand. That would be, it's no different to a push-out jab. I understand that. But I don't like that, for me there's not much power in it. And I like to punch with power, even though I'm a little guy. So to do same thing, opposite hand, opposite foot, we just get right foot, left hand. That's your movement step, recovery step, movement step, recovery step. There is nothing wrong with that. Practice it, see how you get on with it. We can do the rhythm change, the beat change, the one and. Step, step. I like that one. That catches people out a lot. If you're here. Then you messed up again. Step, step. You're trying, that's a timing issue. You're trying to get your foot strike same as your hand. What you'll probably find in the beginning, because you'll try and do it too quick, is you'll probably go 1 and there's no foot strike. Yeah. And the other one, which is my preferred version, same as when we go into the right as a right-hander, ghost step. Your first step, your movement step, there's nothing happen. Nothing happen, recovery step, jab 1, jab 2. Yeah. Moving that in different directions. Let's go put our gloves on and have a look at a few things on the bag, and we'll wrap this up with some bag drills. So we all know the jab is the #1 punch in boxing. It is the most important punch. It sets the range, it sets the pace, it manages the distance, it controls your opponent, it sets up your combinations, gets you in trouble, gets you out of trouble. One drill that I think you should do on the bag, because you need some endurance in this shoulder to be able to keep this working. I don't have it on this bag. I'm hoping you'll be able to see, although for some reason that bag has turned round. I normally have a piece of tape down the bag, so I'll spin it around. So you can see, there's a space here, space here, space here, and space here. What that is imagining is someone has got their guard here. Here, 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 and here. So there's a few things to look at. A good drill you should do, set your round timer. Move your hand around those 4 places without too much power, okay? Get that endurance in your shoulder, and when you're ready, snap that double jab there with power. So you're moving this around. It's almost like you're controlling their hands, controlling their lanes, moving this around, different variations. Moving this around. Good powerful shot. Move your hand around, control them little areas. Work that. That's brilliant for shoulder endurance and good for working your jab. But let's look at everything we just done and how to put that into a bag workout. So when you have your bag, you have ways of working this double jab in all directions. What we didn't look at is circling with the jab, circling to it left, circling to it with right. It's a bit weird when there's nothing to hit because you don't know whether you're keeping that arm at the right range or not. So on your bag, once you can do your foot strike and you can do your movement with your double jab, you can work around, making sure that you're not closing, getting too close, that's a bit weird. Make sure you're not going away from it, so you're keeping this nice arc, and you're doing exactly the same thing coming the opposite way. Again, you can go opposite hand, opposite foot. My personal preference is not that. Or you can go step. Move, step, go step, then down, down from here. So working these movements, you can go in. Maybe work it at 1, 1, 2, so I'm out of range, okay? That was in, around, right, back out. Stick this in anywhere you want to with your bag. Work whatever you're working on. Get in close. Double jab on the way out. Stick that into your work routines, guys. When in doubt, jab it out. When in trouble, throw a double. So there you have it, guys. Double jabs. Very important skill to have. And of course, if you can throw a double, you can throw a triple. That often catches people out. Triples. You're busy popping that double, people get used to that. Catch and slip, catch and slip. Just pop that triple. Whoa. Catches a lot of people out. But you do need to get your footwork together with your foot and hand strike to make this happen in different directions. I hope that was comprehensive enough for you and it wasn't rushed. If there's something else that I've missed, please ask in the comments below. And as you know, I get back to each comment personally, and we'll try and address the situation. Again, if you liked it, give us a little like and subscribe. It'll help the channel grow. It'll also help you see more content like this. So until next time, train hard, train safe, and I'll see you soon.